you are also medium as well?
I wouldn't call myself a medium. Like
Kinda?
I'm able to like feel things.
So you're kind of
Like
you're
energies.
kind of clairsentient, yes?
Yes, very very much.
Let me
So
ask you, do you dream a lot? Let me ask you, do you dream a lot?
I know I do. It's just whether or not I remember
Okay,
them.
because I
When I
honestly
do,
feel
they're
for you.
pretty intense.
I feel like you remember you dream a lot, and I feel like your people come in your dreams. That's how I feel.
Oh
You
yes,
guys, I wanted to
absolutely.
tell you, mods, please watch my chat. I'm not looking at my chat because it's going to be to the left. I will have a cover up so I can't see the chat, okay? So it's just so you guys know. But Kelly, it's so good to see you. Thank you for doing this reading with me. I have
Sure.
to ask you, is your mom here or is she passed?
Um, my mom is still here.
Okay. What about your grandmother? I feel like one or both of your grandmothers just passed away.
Um, I don't have any more grandparents still alive.
Okay. I have to ask you, do you have a military connection with you? Is there somebody in the military with you?
That's still alive or passed?
Either or. Either or.
Both.
Both. Okay, interesting. Would this be like one of your grandfathers?
So my grandfather on my dad's side, yes, was in the
Yeah.
military.
Was he ever in Vietnam, do you know?
I don't really remember the stories. I know he died when my dad was like an older teenager. So
I
I
don't
know
know
he
why I feel
died
like he was in
while
Vietnam.
in service.
I feel like he died in service, yes?
Yes, he was overseas, yeah.
Wow. Had he ever been to Germany, do you know?
I think he has.
Wow, because I heard
You know,
Germany. Wow, I heard Germany. Because I feel like he was telling me that he was in Germany.
okay, yeah. I
I
know he was
love that.
overseas a lot.
I love that. I just heard Frankfurt. I wonder if he was in Frankfurt. Wait, do you know if he was also in Japan?
I don't really know. I know my dad would know. I know he was gone for most of the year.
Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like he was in Germany and probably, I just heard Japan with you. I don't normally hear Japan. So I wonder if he was in Japan. That's interesting, Kelly. I love that. Hi, you guys. You guys, hold on one second. I'm on my TikTok, you guys. I won't be seeing what you guys comment, but thank you for being here because I'm looking at my screen for my TikTok. But thank you guys so much for being here and listening to my readings. I just want to acknowledge you guys. Thank you so very much. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so your grandmother's also passed away, correct? Um, did one of your grandmothers pass from cancer? Or one of your grandfathers pass from cancer, by chance?
Uh,
If you can remember.
no,
If you can remember.
no, I don't know. There's like an estranged grandmother that I don't know how she passed.
That's okay. That's okay. But I do feel like somebody passed in their sleep from something that they had. I feel like they passed in their sleep from something that they had, or they just become ill and passed in their sleep. If that makes sense.
Possibly. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I feel like this is one of your grandmothers, honestly, because I feel like this is a woman presence with you. That's how I feel it. I feel like this was her.
Would it be paternal or maternal?
I feel like it's on your mom's side. It could be like a
Okay.
great
Yeah.
grandmother as well.
Okay. Yeah. Then I definitely wouldn't know.
That's okay, no worries. Now your dad, he's here. Is he here or passed?
My dad's still here.
Okay, that's good. Let me see. Yeah, I'm hearing this cancer. Well, who had cancer? Because I just heard cancer again.
My aunt.
Is she still here?
No, she passed.
Oh, interesting. Hi, you guys. Hi, you guys. So she passed. Is this on your mom's side?
Yes.
Because I heard mom. So this is her sister, correct?
Mom's sister. Yes.
Did she have breast cancer or something up in her chest? Do you know?
She had lung cancer.
Yeah, because I was feeling like breast or chest is making me feel. Do you know if something it could have gone into her throat possibly? Because I feel like she had trouble swallowing or something was wrong with her throat.
She was born with some kind of
Was her esophagus
like
messed up?
yeah, she had problems since birth with her throat.
Oh, interesting. I just got goosebumps. Please tell me you did.
No, you're right on it. Yeah, because
Wow.
she's had to have a tube in her throat her
Did she
entire life.
really? So wait a
Yeah.
minute. Was her esophagus paralyzed?
I don't really know the semantics of
Wait,
it.
wait,
At
wait.
the time I was like a teenager, and
I think it was
my focus
paralyzed.
was also.
I have to be honest with you. I think it was paralyzed, hence the tube in the throat. I've never heard this before. I've never heard somebody had a paralyzed esophagus. I think it was paralyzed. It stems from birth. I think something happened.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, this is crazy. Wait, I just get so excited with this. I'm sorry. What happened to her? I'm just excited because what she's telling me. I think something happened when she came out of the birth canal to her throat. I'm just being honest with you. I think her throat. I think it was paralyzed. I think her esophagus was paralyzed. I have to say, I believe this. 1,000,000% yes.
Interesting.
So that's why hence that's why she needed, because her esophagus did not work right. It didn't put the muscles were paralyzed. This is how I so believe this. I'll stake my reputation on it. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. I'll definitely bring this up to my mom.
Yeah, and it's a possibility. That's why if she had to have a tube in her throat her whole life, it's because her muscles and her esophagus did not work, and that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I mean, I know she led a really tough life. I know. Wise.
She just, I feel like she was doomed from the beginning. She just had so many things wrong with her.
Yeah. She was also a big pot smoker too, and I'm sure that didn't help.
Be careful. Be careful what you say on here. They will banana you if you're not careful. I'm just warning you guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm new to
You have
TikTok,
to say
so
the green.
Really
the green. You have to smoke the green.
Okay, the green.
Yeah.
See, I just learned something new.
We have to be careful because they like to banana me on here, and my account is on a BAN warning, so I have to be super careful with what I say on here because I don't want to leave you guys. I would be devastated. So I'm hoping in the 90 days it will roll off, and then that way that will be taken off of there because it rolls off next. You guys, the readings are $35. If you'd like one on my YT, please let me know, and I can tell you the ways to pay. Okay. Definitely. So your aunt. So were you close with this aunt?
She lived in another state. So I'm in Florida. She lived in Indiana. So my mom was extremely close with her. Okay. But I was as close as I could be with her living in another state and only seeing her once in a great while.
Do you have a Hawaii connection for some reason?
Hawaii?
Why am I hearing about Hawaii?
That I'm aware of.
What the heck is this Hawaii reference? What the heck, dude? I don't know why I heard this stuff and I just heard Hawaii with you. Oh my gosh, that's okay. We'll put that one to the side, my friends.
I do have a late husband that passed. He would be like the most recent, 5 years ago.
Is there a Hawaii reference with him or no? No?
No. I don't know. I've never been to Hawaii.
So you lost your husband. I'm so sorry. Was there a heart attack with him or something with his heart?
Overdose.
Oh, that makes sense. Makes sense because his heart stopped. I would have found that out. That's okay that you said that. I would have found that out anyway because I normally do. Do you know if it could have been like, it was an accident. I don't think he meant to do that. You know that, right?
Yes, I do that.
Honey, I lost my 18 months ago today. I lost my husband the exact same way that you did. I feel I feel a connection with you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I lost him exactly 18 months ago, and so I feel for you because I know exactly how you feel. And I'm so sorry. Is there a March connection for you for some reason? I heard March. Could be anything. Could be birthday, anniversaries, passings. Somebody had a baby, anything.
Not at the top of my head.
What about September? I just heard September. Connection to September? If not, it's okay. Don't fret about it. Don't fret. It's okay.
Yeah, not right at this second.
Okay, very good, very good. And you watch. You remember after the reading's over, you'll inbox me. Oh my God, Mickey, that's right. So and so passed in March, or somebody was born in March or September. Watch. This happens all the time with the readings, you guys. So funny.
Absolutely.
Let me see what else I'm hearing for you, sweetheart. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. This is how I release my energy during my readings. Is I yawn and I stretch and I just don't make nonsense sometimes because that's how I release my energy.
Okay.
Let me see about now. Was your aunt cremated?
No, she was buried.
She was buried. Okay. But I feel like some of them were cremated around you. Some of your grandparents were cremated.
They were old-fashioned.
Okay.
The most immediate grandparents were all
Buried. Okay, no
but
worries.
I don't know. Like my estranged grandmother on my mom's side, I don't know anything about her.
Okay, no worries.
We were separated from her.
Let me connect you. Do you have an M name like a Matt or a Matthew or like a Max or some kind of M name?
Ending to any of them?
Anybody around you that you have an M name? Because what I heard was Matt or Matthew. That's okay. What was your husband's name?
His name's Jeremy.
Jeremy. Your late husband. Yes, this is your late husband.
Yes.
Let me see what else he's telling me. No, I just heard February. Do you have a February connection?
Well, February was our anniversary.
I love that. I kind of thought that was associated with him. I love that. Aw, so you just had another anniversary that passed. Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you know if something that he took might have been laced with something like F or something like that in it, possibly?
Yes.
I keep hearing, could it have been the rug with the D that started with an M, possibly? Because I keep hearing M. You know what the M is.
Yeah. So it was definitely the M with the F mixed.
Okay. Because I kept hearing the METH. I kept hearing it. So I had to assume that's what it was. So his heart stopped. As you know, that's what happens when we have a heart attack when we pass away. That's what happened to your husband. And he says, babe, I want to tell you something. I'm just so very sorry that if I ever let you down, that if I ever I snapped at you, that if I was ever angry at you, you know why I did that, and I didn't mean to do it. He says, I'm so very sorry. I just want you to know that. He says, the good thing is he didn't feel anything, though. He did not feel anything. He just passed away. It's like he just got knocked unconscious and never woke up. I think that's what happened to my husband as well. But, it's funny. I see my husband laying there on the floor, and I did CPR on him, and it's just very hard on me to see that in my mind. I hope you don't have that vision of your husband.
No, I was not with him that night. I got a call from people and went to the hospital, and then he was in a coma for 8 days before we decided to
pull the plug.
Yeah.
And he says, listen, I want to tell you something. I heard everything you told me in the hospital. And he says, I just hope you can forgive me for leaving you, and I'm so very sorry. Now, do you guys have kids together? I feel like you have kids. I don't know if they're with him, but I feel like you have children.
We have one together, and then he's got 3 other children that are my stepkids.
Oh, okay. Do you still have something to do with them?
Their mom has basically
cut you off,
separated us, so it's been very difficult. I mean, I still talk to them on social media.
Do you have a daughter? Did you guys have a daughter together?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any kind of 15 reference with your daughter or with your late husband? There's I'm hearing 15. I don't know if it's the age, or I know it's only been 5 years for your husband, but I just heard 15. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
That's okay. We'll put that one to the side. Well, no worries. Is her birthday coming up, or did it just pass, or did his birthday just come up and just pass? Is there a birthday reference coming up, or just recently passed over? Because I just heard birthday. Normally that's my sign for somebody's birthday coming up, or in the near future, or it just passed over. Oh, I didn't know she was gone, you guys. I'll wait for her to come back.
I'm here.
Okay, no worries. Did you hear what I said or no? I wasn't sure if you heard what I said.
Oh, yeah, I heard. So her birthday is coming up in July.
Okay.
I think his other kids.
I figured it was coming up soon because he was talking about her birthday.
March. March is one of his other kids' birthdays.
See, that
might have been the March.
That's reference. The March connection, yeah. What about May? Do you have a May connection to for some reason? I just heard May now.
May. Not as far as birthdays.
Okay, no worries, no worries. It's okay. Let me see what else he's telling me, sweetheart. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's see. He says, I'm really sorry that you didn't get to say goodbye to me. I mean, you did, but you didn't. Like, he didn't get to say goodbye to you, if that makes sense. You did get to say goodbye to him, but he really didn't get to talk to you for, like, the last week of his life. And he just...
Yeah.
Now, he was in the coma because of what happened. They didn't put him in the coma, did they? At the hospital?
Well, when emergency went to go see him, you know how there's like a certain amount of vitals that you can be okay on, and he was way past that. So I think he was only showing 2.
Okay.
So I can't remember. I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm feeling it's because of what happened. I feel it's because of what happened. That's why he was in this coma. That's how I feel. He says, I just want to let you know something. He says, I didn't suffer. I didn't suffer when I passed away. I just wanted you to know that. He says, I didn't suffer. I just wanted you to know. He says, I passed away very peacefully. It's like I just kind of went to sleep and never woke up. He says, if I was going to pass anyway, that would be the best way possible for me. He says, I'm sorry that if I felt I let you down. I'm sorry if you felt hurt by me, because I know my actions were horrible sometimes, and I'm just so sorry, babe. That's what he wants you to know. He says, I'm just so sorry, and I'm just so sad of what happened. And he says, I hope you can forgive me. I feel like you've forgiven him over the years, but it's still nice that he wants to tell you that to ask you for forgiveness, Yeah,
it's huge, because actually he struggled with saying those words when he was alive.
Yes. And so that's why he's telling you how sorry he is. He says, in your heart, he says, when you're ready, I know in your heart you will forgive me. And that's what he mostly wants you to know.
I think I'm in a really good place with it. I'm trying, because it's been 5.5 years. I've done a lot of work.
You had to, of course you had to.
So I feel, in a way, I feel closer to him more than ever. Like, the relationship changes in after death, and
yes.
I have the ability to feel him when he's near me.
Yes, I was just going to tell you, comes by you quite often. Do you just feel like a change? I feel like you just feel different when he's around you. Does that make sense?
I get a physical sensation.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, you just feel him there. You just feel like the familiarity, all kinds of stuff. Do you notice that he flickers the lights? Do you see the lights flicker when he's around you?
I've seen signs here and there. I've seen amazing signs.
What about feathers? Have you seen feathers?
Blue feathers out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I don't know if you were here earlier when I did this I don't know if you were here yesterday or not. I'll tell you really quick this story. I talked about feathers. I talked about this at the beginning of my reading. Yesterday, I gave a reading to a woman who lost her son in October. And, hold on 1 second. Damn it. And I did the reading and I asked, have you found any feathers yet? What's this feather thing? She says, I don't really know. I haven't really found any feathers. And her son told me, he says, tell my mom that I'm going to send her feathers soon. I said, he said he's going to send you feathers soon. That same night, last night, she found a feather on the freaking table, dude.
That's
so
beautiful. And
so that's just my confirmation that I know that what he told me, you can't get a better validation than that,
No. Like, the signs are very real, and it's a beautiful thing.
Do you also see, like, repetitive numbers like 1111 and 111 a lot when you, like, pick up your phone or look at the TV and
I see numbers all the time. Yeah. So it's mostly, 43 was, like, the main one, and then it turned into 143. Then now it's turned into, like, his birthday, which is October 13th. So I see 1013 a lot.
I don't see any numbers. That's the thing with me. I don't see any numbers, and I don't know why. I just don't see them. Maybe that's not my sign. My sign for my husband is, he don't really give me anything, but let me tell you something. When my husband first passed away, 2 days after he passed, there's a special coin that I found, that somebody found for me, and they gave it to me because they had gotten change back from the store. He died early Saturday morning. This was on Monday. My husband was born in 1964. We were married 34 years. For years and years and years, we could not find anything. Any coins with our birth years. We tried for years and years. We could never find any. 2 days after my husband passes away, what do you think he sends me? A 1964 nickel. And we looked for years, girl. We looked for years. And not long after I told my husband to send me a coin, my daughter got a nickel in the change from something that was a 1969 dime. She sent me a picture of it, but she don't know what she did with the dime. But the point was, he sent me about 10 or 12 1964 coins since he passed away. It's crazy, girl.
That's cute.
So that right there. I did a reading one day for somebody. They said that a penny just fell into the shower when they were taking a shower. Like a penny just fell into the shower. I was like, what? So that kind of stuff, you can't miss those signs. You have to pay attention to those signs, you know?
Yeah, I think when I find pennies and coins, I think that's my grandfather.
I think it is too. It's everybody. Yeah. I think it's everybody over there, honestly.
Yeah. I love it.
Do you relate to the butterflies in any way? He's also talking about butterflies.
I mean, like when I see it, like as signs, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I look at you know what, like my daughter has witnessed this too. I've gotten like insects or like, just strange behaviors around my car when we're in it. I've had like where they'll catch a ride from like A to B to C to D, and they're still on my car just chilling, you know.
Interesting.
I've had like a wasp like attracted to the same part on my car for like days, you know, where he just became our friend, you know, just like weird things
on
like
the
that.
You mean on the hood of the car or inside?
No, always on the outside. So
interesting. That's crazy.
There was like this huge, I don't know what it's called, one of those extra
Hold
large
on a second.
grasshoppers.
Could it have been a place that your husband touched on the car?
He's never been alive during this car.
Oh, and okay, that's so interesting. I was just wondering. Wow.
I've just seen so many bizarre behaviors, and that people have told me it's spiritual.
Oh, it definitely is. Oh, you know it is, girl. You know it is spiritual, my friend. Yeah. Who are you kidding? You know it is, right?
What?
Wow, that's beautiful. That's such a beautiful thing, you know. That's just a beautiful thing. Let's see.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm what's the Disney princess that attracts animals?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know.
I can't remember.
It could be anybody on it. Snow White. You mean Snow White?
Snow White, yes. Sometimes I feel like I'm Snow White when it comes to animals.
I love that. Because animals can just sense that you're a good person like me. They can just sense this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So crazy, my friend. So crazy. How you guys in my white tea? How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here and listening to the readings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys very much. If you guys want a reading, let me know.
So like the next chapter that I'm working on is like getting myself out there and dating, because it's been so long, but I know it's something that I have to do for myself and my child.
Listen, he wants you to. Listen, my husband has been pushing me to date ever since he'd passed, but I wasn't ready. But when I come back from New Zealand and Australia in July, I will be ready to date, I think.
Absolutely.
Because he wants me to. He doesn't want me to just be always cooped up in the house. I'm always cooped up in the house because I'm saving for the trip. When I get back from the trip, I don't have to work so hard.
There you go.
So I'm saving. I'm working my ass off to save for this trip because I need enough money for the 2 weeks that I'm going to be gone. You know, I have to have spending money. Just bottom line. You cannot go on this trip without getting spending money. The trip's already paid for, mind you, but that's what I'm saying. My husband, he keeps telling me I need to go out and date, but I will. When the time, I'm 55. I don't even know how to begin to date, you guys. Let me ask you something, husband. Was your husband in his 30s when he passed away?
He was actually 39. He was 3 days before turning 40.
Yeah. I was feeling like late 30s, early 40s. And that's, you know, I always usually get close to the date, around the date that they passed away, the age and stuff like that. So let's see what else I'm hearing for you, sweetheart. Your husband wants you to tell your daughter something. He says, please tell her how sorry I am for abandoning you guys. And I know that how much he says, I can feel how much she misses me. Um, was your daughter fairly young when your husband passed away? There's a reason I'm asking you.
She was 4.
She doesn't really remember him, does she? Does she?
She does. Actually, she remembers him a lot more than what I thought. She was extremely close with him.
Okay.
Very close.
And
she was a daddy's girl.
Yeah. He's like, just tell her how sorry I am that I left her. I never wanted to abandon either of you guys. He says, I never wanted to abandon you guys, but he says, I tried to stay clean. I did. It was just very hard for him. And my husband passed at 59. So my husband was 59 when he passed from the exact same freaking thing as your husband, my friend.
Right.
34 years of marriage.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, people that go that way, they get such a bad rep. And, like, I mean, he was one of the best people I ever knew in my life.
I know,
like, that disease aside, he was an incredible human man, incredible father. I mean, he was a better father than my father was, and, loved his children. He had a career, we had nice things. We went on vacations, he just, very heavily damaged, like some childhood stuff that he never healed from,
I feel there was some, was there ABUSE in his childhood? Like physical or emotional?
A lot of it. It was more like things happening to him that were not out in the open.
I'm hearing about SA. Is this true with him?
Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry. He this is what he's telling me. I just got goosebumps. That is my confirmation. That is a big confirmation. When I talk about this stuff, you guys know what SA is. I can't say it on here, but you guys know what it means. And I have to ask you, do you know if this was by men or a man in particular?
Yes.
I feel like this was by a man. Was this somebody in his family?
Yes.
I just have to ask you, was this his father?
No.
Okay, good. I want to make sure. I felt like this was a family a fatherly figure to him. I'm just glad that it wasn't, but I feel like it was somebody in his family. Thanks, Lacey.
I mean, I understand the correlation. Okay. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, I won't go into any more detail about that. But he said, I never healed right from this. You understand this? He said,
yes.
It's before he died, like a year or two before he died, did these memories start coming back to the surface for him? And he did not know. He did not know how to deal with this, did he? I think he blocked some of this shit out. And one day, all of a sudden, these memories started coming back to him. Is this true?
I'm sure things started crippling pretty fast the last 6 months of his life.
It was horrible. My goosebumps. He's making my goosebumps go haywire. Do you feel goosebumps? I hope you do.
I mean, it's all accurate. Yeah.
So crazy. No, I just want you to feel goosebumps because I like feeling goosebumps. That's what I just want to make sure that you feel them too, because I love feeling goosebumps, because when I get such strong goosebumps, this is my confirmation. Thank you, Lacey. That is so kind. Let's see what else I'm hearing for you. Let's see. He says, do you know if he didn't get much help for this because he was younger, or somebody might not have believed him about this? Is that possible?
I mean, I knew that it was a secret that he pushed down for most of his life. And I mean, the people closest to him had no idea. And this went on for a period of time. I
feel like this was for at least 2 or 3 years. He felt helpless. He says, I felt helpless. I felt helpless. I felt dirty. I felt used. That's what he's telling me. He says, I felt dirty. I felt used. I blame myself because I didn't say anything. He said, I let it go on, and I should have said something. And all this stuff started bubbling up to the surface. And I feel so sad for him. Like, he did not deserve that as a child. Just, and let me ask you something. Did he ever tell you when it started? Don't tell me the age, but did he ever tell you when it started, just out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Was he around 5 or 6 years old? Just out of curiosity.
Maybe a little bit older.
Okay. Because I heard 6 for a reason. I'm not sure what the 6 correlation is, but I heard 6 for a reason. So, okay. That's okay.
Maybe. I just know, like, I found out literally, like, 2 months before he passed. I always knew that there was something that he wasn't coming out with, and so he literally just told me prior.
This is so weird because I didn't find out from my husband until about 8 or 9 months before he passed as well. The same thing happened to him. And we were married for 33 years when he told me this shit.
Right.
And I had no clue. He kept it locked so hidden inside. Knowing that's what happened to my husband, no wonder why he was like he was.
I think it's terrible no matter. So I'm also a mental health therapist. And so And I've treated a lot of adolescents, adults that have gone through stuff like that. And I know it's terrifying for anybody, no matter what the gender and who the other gender was. But there's something different when it's done to a male.
By a male.
Yeah, especially if they're not that way. Like, it does something completely different to them.
It ruins
it takes their manhood and everything that it stands for, and it's confusing, and they're lost and gross, and so I can only imagine.
It takes it. It's just different when it's the same sex, and you are not gay, and then it's so confusing. And I'm so sorry for your husband. I just can't imagine. Lacey, I made you mod, by the way, on here, just so you know. Lacey, I made you mod. He's like, I'm sorry that I did not tell you about this a long time ago, but he says I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. Even though I know it wasn't my fault, it still was a shameful thing to talk about for him.
It's crazy because, like, the shame and guilt that we put on ourselves, it's 100% us. Like, it's someone who truly will make you feel that way of something that happened to you.
That's not not even your fault. Yeah.
Those are not your people. And I know I was definitely his person, and I would have met, and that's what I was trying to do. Like, when he did come out, we were trying to get him set up with services and get help, and and eventually, like, he wanted to confront that person, so.
I'm sorry that he didn't. He should have. Of course, they would have denied it, and they would have played, what do you mean? I didn't do that, and make him sound like he's crazy. That's exactly what would have happened. You know that.
Yeah, dismissive, yeah.
So, your husband wants to thank you for being so understanding and not holding it against him, for just being there for him. And I feel like you both cried that day that he told you. I feel like he broke down and cried, didn't he?
It was a very emotional time. I think for me it was just shocking, because just never thinking that you would hear those words. And
I didn't either. I'm like, honey, why did you not tell me? He says, because I was ashamed. I'm like, why would you be ashamed for something that was not your fault? And I said, who did it? He says, I'm not a rat. I will never tell. I said, really? The person was probably long gone, but he said he would never tell. So the fact that that your husband told you was the first step. But my husband never told me who it was, but I figured it out. I know it was somebody in his family. I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I kind of figured it out after he was gone. But it's such a shame for your husband. I'm so sorry. But it does give you better understanding why your husband did what he did, yeah?
I mean, it's just a pain that no matter how much I helped him, I couldn't. No. I couldn't help him.
No matter how much I tried, I couldn't help my husband either. You can't. They're the only ones that could have helped themselves, but they just couldn't, It's just one of those things that if it's not taken care of, it just festers. Right. It just festers, and it gets blistery, and it's very, very hard, and it's just awful, something awful. And I
You know
told
what
you,
I think?
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, out of all, because I do a lot of trauma treatment too, and with my clients, and I think the most difficult. There's a lot of it's all difficult, right? But one of the most complicated, in-depth traumas that one can go through is SA in childhood,
Oh
especially when it's
yeah.
with a family, someone that was supposed to, because then you don't know what the heck's going on, and then you grow up and then you realize the big picture and you're like, oh my god, and
Yeah.
it's just, everything is just so messed up inside and outside of that person.
It's like your psyche gets damaged and it's never fixed,
Yeah.
It's just
And
it's a
really,
horrible feeling.
it's about going from that victim mindset and eventually turning it into a survivor mindset. It's very difficult in order to get from one to the other. A lot of work.
And at least you tried to help your husband work through his feelings. Did you? I hope you did. I feel like you did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he wants to thank you for that. He says, I want to thank you for everything that you did for me. He says, I'm sorry that you feel let down by me. He says, if I could, I would still be here with you. You know that. He says, I loved you so much. I would do anything to still be here with you. But the good thing is, once he crossed over, darling, he finally found the peace that he never had in his whole life. That's what he wanted you to know. He said, I found the peace that I never had.
And I felt that too. Now he's at peace, and that's where he needed to be. So, but like, I'm hoping that he's trying to help me and trying to find.
He'll help you find love again.
Life partner for me.
He will. Listen, if you ask, he says, if you ask, you will receive. You have to ask. What do you think? What do you say? Like, you have to ask the universe. If you say it and you say that you want this, instead of like, oh, I'm never going to get this. It's all about the mindset. Say, I want this. And it's like, oh man, I'm probably not going to ever get this, but I hope I do. But if you say, I want this, the universe will listen to you. I promise you, my friend, the universe can't help but listen to you.
Well, I do want this. I've been wanting this. I just don't know what more.
But you have to actually believe it. You're not ready to believe it. You have to actually go out and get it. You're not ready to do it yet, or you would have already done it. You've got to tell yourself, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to start over again. So you actually have to believe what you're saying. I don't think you've actually believed what you've been saying.
I mean, I spend a lot of time at home because I run a practice from home, and
okay, yeah, that's true.
I don't have much of a social life, but I'm starting to put myself out there in situations where I
You know what? I think within the next year or so that you'll find your person. That's how I feel. Are you still in your late 30s or early 40s? Are you in your late 30s or early 40s?
I am 45.
Okay. So to me, that's mid 40s. That's the same thing as early. Listen, you'll find. I feel like you'll find your person. You'll find your person. That's how I feel. He's out there for you. And I just heard, just asking, you will receive. That's what I heard. Just asking that he'll come to you. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I did try, it was 2 years ago. I was ready, feeling good. I was going out, and I started having feelings for someone. It was extremely early. Nothing was happening yet, but and I had two people very close to me betray me, and it was kind of it triggered me. A lot of old trauma and grief came up, and I took a break from all that, and I took a huge step back, and I'm good for right now, because I wanted to do some more healing, and
Listen, it's not easy starting over. I was married for 34 years. How the hell am I supposed to start over? I don't even know. But I know when I get back from New Zealand and Australia, I'm going to put myself out there.
Yes.
And start meeting people. I have to try.
I don't like the apps. I don't trust the apps. I want to meet someone organically, in person.
Yeah, maybe at the grocery store or at the convenience store or even at the hardware store. At Lowe's, maybe. You never know. It could be anywhere. But I do see you having somebody within a year or two. I feel like you'll find your person, sweetheart. It's gonna
Good to
happen.
know.
It's gonna happen. Listen, Kelly, I hope that you got what you need out of this reading. I hope that you all that. I hope that you got what you needed.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. I was just going with it, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, and that's sometimes that's the best ones. You don't know what to expect, and you hope for the best. I feel your husband told me very amazing things, and your whole family did amazing, and your husband was very spot on with me, and I appreciate the people. I love being spot on with you guys, and they're the ones that tell me this stuff. I have no idea, but because they're the ones that tell me this, I tell it to you guys. That's the only reason how I know anything.
Appreciate it.
And
Thank you so much.
he says, listen, babe, he says, I love you. He says, I'm so proud of you. You're doing amazing. And he says, I couldn't be more prouder of you if I tried. He says, please give our daughter a hug and a kiss for me and tell her how much her dad loves her. And I just want you guys to both be okay. But he says he's looking after both of you guys, okay?
Oh, I feel that too. And even with his other kids that I'm really close with, I think he's all because they're doing amazing too. Because you get worried when you have a father figure with that disease. Like, will it trickle down? And
Yeah.
they're all doing amazing.
And that's
So,
and
really,
that's important too. That's amazing. All right, you guys. I will be back for the next reading. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to post this. Thank you. Listen.